All right? I don't feed rawhide. I just don't like it. I had a dog choke on rawhide one time. I like deer antlers. A lot of people don't. I like deer antlers and I like raw bones. Raw bones, if you get them from the slaughterhouses, you freeze them, give them to them frozen. It takes them a long time to get that marrow out and to work on the meat that's stuck on them. And then when they're empty like that, then you stuff them with peanut butter or pumpkin or treats. You can stick them in there. Don't stick clear into the middle though, because lately I've been reading where dogs are getting their tongues stuck in these bones. And it's like, honest to Pete, I've been giving my dogs raw stuffed bones for 20-some years, have never heard of such a thing, and now I'm seeing this.
I think they were making like
a suction. Yes, the Kong ball with the hole in it. Yeah. There's also, I have a picture of a golden puppy who is related to her through her father, who had a bone and got it up over its lower jaw and got it caught.
Oh my God.
Honest to Pete. Well, it was a long one.
Was it?
Yes. Had to take it to the vet. They had to anesthetize it to cut it off. These dogs, I mean, seriously, I've been doing this now. I'm paranoid about certain things, so I make sure. But don't stuff way down in the middle. Make sure that they can just work on the edges to get it out. But you can stuff it with peanut butter. You can put some pumpkin in there and put it in the freezer and freeze it and then stick it in there. It gives them something to work on. Gives them things to work on. Other things that work to help stimulate your dog. Think about our dogs before they were domesticated. A long time ago, but before dogs were domesticated and they were hungry. First, they had to find their dinner, stalk their dinner, take their dinner down, and be able to eat it. They were exhausted when they were done. Now, we put it in a bowl, put it on the floor. So, make them work for some of their dinner. Here's a couple things. This is a Kong wobbler. It unscrews, and except for Pop-Tart, and I can't even unscrew this, I cannot figure out how a three-legged dog unscrews this, but she does. I've never seen it done before. I want you to put a video camera up because I want to watch her do it. These come in all sizes. This is, of course, the large because I have. It unscrews. You can put their kibble in here. If they're too good at this, put a lid to a pop or a water bottle. Put a lid in there that won't fit through the hole because it will make it harder for them to get. It'll slow it down, okay? Screw it shut. They have to bat at this to get it. It's a wobbler. It's like Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. It stands itself back up. So they have to work around to get, but a puppy won't be lazy. An older dog, yes, but a puppy will not be lazy. And they have to work and work and work and work to get, there's nothing in it, to get it out. The downside to this is it's noisy when they bang it into your cupboards. However, it has not left a mark on my cupboard. You're getting ready for work in the morning. Put their breakfast in here and let them go at it while you're getting ready. They have to work for it. So he's that much more tired before you even leave the house.
Do you get that? Do you have to go to a pet store to get one that big? I've never seen that.
This is just the large one. You can get it online. You can get it in the pet stores. You can, Amazon, anything.
Yeah.
You can get it the next day if you're Prime.
Tractors.
Yeah, but they don't have the wobbler.
They don't.
They don't have the wobbler. At least they haven't the last.
That's where I originally got it. So
I haven't seen it. Not so check maybe, but I haven't. Hush. Downfalls to this is it's noisy. Poppy can unscrew it. I don't know how she does it, but she can. The other downside to it is if they get it caught, well, multiple dogs, yes. If they get it caught underneath something, they're going to dig to get it out. So you kind of, I tell people, let them have it while you go get dressed. Listen, if you don't hear it getting batted around, they've got it stuck under something. Go get it before they dig a hole in your carpet or under your, whatever to get it out. This one is much more quiet. Ella loves this one to pieces. However, some dogs will chew this. Mine do not. This is a treat ball. That kibble can go in also. This Jeffers Pets, Jeffers. Jeffers Pets sells this at the best price. It's like $4 for this. And you just put the kibble down in here, and they roll it around, and it falls out, so they eat it. And it's another busy toy. This one doesn't bang into your carpets loudly, but this one is easier to get underneath things than that one. And they just have to roll it around to make it work. Dogs that get impatient will chew it up to get to what's inside of it. Mine will work it. There are multiple, if you look, there are a ton of interactive toys out there, and most of them involve treats or kibble that you can put inside of them that will help your dogs work for their food. Make them work for at least one of their meals.
I have a great ball I love for my dog. One of those treat balls. Got it at Petco. It's a flexible rubber. It's got indentations where they can bite on it. And it's got 2 holes in. And every morning before I leave for work, I'll fill it with treats and some of her food. And that's what keeps her busy while I'm gone.
Right.
And she'll take it, she'll throw it in the air. I mean, I'd be lost without that ball.
Right.
I mean, it's wonderful.
When you find what works for them. Now, in a crate, here's, I think I brought one more that I like. Here's one. This is made by Premier. This is a smaller one. This works great for little puppies. It unscrews. I want to see Pop-Tart get this unscrewed. It unscrews, and you can put kibble in this, and then you screw it shut, and how you screw it allows the size of the kibble to come out on the hole. You guys can pass this around. It's pretty sturdy, and they like to carry it. They just like to carry it. Premier is the brand name of it.
Okay.
Premier makes Busybody toys. They make the what is the hard jar with the rope on it? That's so famous. Yeah. They make all kinds of things like that. There goes my brain.
Another really good one is the pickle pocket. It's a green pickle.
I don't have one of them.
And it's got slots in it that you can stuff treats into, but it's whatever the material is, they can't break it.
Oh,
Even
that's
Wyatt can't break it.
Wyatt can't break it? Pickle pot. I'm going to have to look into that one. You hush. All right, I want to go over some of these questions that are on here so that you are getting the answers that you're looking for. One of the questions I have on here is biting. I'm his friend, not an authority, jumping and licking. All right, biting is an annoying habit. Biting as in, I'm not sure who wrote that question, but biting as in biting or just biting in an aggressive way? Whose question is that?
It's mine. I'm
Oh.
4-month-old.
Okay, so hurting dog.
He's just incessant. As soon as I
Mouthy.
walk in the door, he just eats my feet. Like he just keeps constantly eating
He's
my
hurting
feet.
you. He's hurting you. Okay, so you
And
walk.
he doesn't do that to my husband. He
Okay.
only does it to me.
You're his thing. Okay, so you start with this.
We do.
No
We
bite.
have one. He knows.
Squirt, 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 no bite, no bite. Give him something else to do. So if you have a dog that has a huge mouth fetish, Golden Retrievers are famous for it. Labrador Retrievers are famous for it. Some herding dogs are famous for it. They just need to do something with their mouth. Turn it into a positive behavior. Teach him to get a toy. He cannot chew on you if he has a toy in his mouth. So, hush.
And I'll throw the rope. I'll throw his Kong. We have this game where I throw the Kong down the hall and he brings it back to me. But when I come home from work, he just automatically, my husband will be home first, and as I walk in the door, he goes straight for my feet. And I have the spray bottle, but he just wants to play.
Well, he's excited to see you. So let's look at it from his perspective. You're his favorite person. You have been gone all day, and now you're home. That's what he sees. Yay! Stop it. She can't be, I mean, seriously, how far away am I? She can see me.
Too far.
Touch me, touch me. Velcro dogs, stop. So that's his perspective. You're home, I am gonna put you back where you belong. That's why he's biting at your feet. It's what he was designed to do. I'm gonna put you back where you belong, and you're not gonna go away again until tomorrow when you have to go to work, and then he starts all over.
Yeah.
So that's where he's coming from. Is he biting you because he's mean and nasty? Absolutely not. He's biting you because that's what he's designed to do. So teach him, first off, use that squirt bottle to get him to stop, and then replace it with a behavior that he knows to do. Does he sit on command? All right. He can't be down there chewing on your feet if he's sitting. His head would be up here. So go to work, keep some treats in your car. When you walk through that door, have your squirt bottle, have your treats. No bite, sit. Yes, good boy. He gets the treat and he gets attention from you. That's a good boy. Then you're going to teach him to heel with you. Teach him to walk with you, sit while you hang up your coat, while you take off your shoes, put your other stuff on, then teach him to heel with you to go where you're going. Reach down, give him a toy, put the toy in his mouth, play tug with him for a few minutes. He should get past that. You're home now. I can settle down. I don't have to put you back in your spot, okay? Off. And we're going to show you walking in a minute because somebody else had that on there, and it'll get Miss Fancy Pants out of there for a minute. Wolfing always has to have the last word. Do you laugh when that happens? No, you don't laugh. Is this coming from you? Okay, all right. Because if you laugh, you're sunk. Yeah. So hush. And you'll be ready for it because you know it's coming. So you have a vinegar bottle. Hush. Yeah, I know. Last word. Hush. I don't want to hear it. Don't talk back. Hush. Replace it with something good. So ask her to do something different. When you know it's coming, replace it with something that they know how to do. Replace it with a trick. Replace it with a sit. Replace it with a down. Replace it with something because it's her default. And she's, stop it. She's going to go back to it. So if you replace it with something else, that will help her from going back to it. All right? See how easy this is, right? No sweat. It's going to take a lot of work. Jumping on children. Let's fix a myth right here since Kevin's here. We're going to say this so people that are watching this hear this. Little children and puppies are not a fairy tale. They're a nightmare. If you have small children and you want them to have a puppy, your life is going to be very difficult for a very long time. Just saying, can it be done? Absolutely. Is it the fairy tale that you think it is? No, it is a nightmare. Here's the thing. You have a puppy. What do puppies do? Jump and bite. Correct? So all puppies do. And whine, evidently. What do little children do? Toddle, fall down.
Run and yell.
Run and yell. What happens when we run from a puppy? They chase us. And then they jump on us. And then puppies will bite what falls down. When little children are trying to stand up, what do? They grab a hold of things and squeeze really tight to be the puppy. It's a nightmare. So what happens? Puppies get put in their crate or shoved outside or tied outside because moms can only deal with so much. And most moms work and babies are gone and then they come home and they have to do supper and they have babies and they have puppies and oh my goodness. Wait until your children are at least 8 or 9 before you bring a puppy into the house. Then you can have that fairy tale. Then your son can have that dog that plays ball and does those things with them. Wait until your children are old enough to understand. Because what happens? My grandchildren come into my house and my puppy goes to jump. The first thing they do is this. Because they're jumping. They do this. Well, this is universal signal for jump. So it escalates. Little children and puppies are hard. Energy level. What pumps this puppy up? Screeching and running. What do children do? Screech and run. Screech and run, it's out the window. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna play too. And energy levels just escalate. So it's very, very difficult. How do you fix it? Both ways. Both ways. You have to work your dog and you have to work your children. It is a two-way street of respect. Your puppy has to learn that they can't jump. Your dog has to learn that they can't jump on your dog. But this thought that a child can do anything they want to the dog and the dog just has to endure it is bullpucky. It's not going to happen, and that child is going to get hurt. The dog should not have to endure it. It's two-way respect. You have to watch your dog for dog language. I don't know if anybody has been on the internet and watched the little babies hugging dogs like this, and you see the white of the eye, or you see the lick, or you see the look on the dog's face. That dog is not liking it. That dog is warning their person that they don't like it. That baby is gonna get bit. And then what's gonna happen? That dog is gonna die. They're not made to sit. They're not made to be pieces of furniture. They're not made to be stepped on. They're not made to be sat on. They're not made to be ridden like horses. They're not horses. They're dogs. Stop it. So it's two-way respect. Okay?
Robin, I have a question. With our puppy and our older dog, when do I intervene? Because sometimes he'll be really annoying to her, and she'll bark at him, but he's always licking her face, and I'm just like, should I?
Does she do anything about it? The
when
older
she
dog?
gets angry, she'll growl and
And does he respect it?
He does.
Then don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. She's doing what she needs to do. So go play with Sue for a while. Go see Sue.
I've been trying to get you back here.
My issue with her is her mom has never put her in her place. Ever. I was upset with her one day, put her in a downstay. Go over there, lay down, don't you move. I was mad at her. I turned around and looked, and here's Ella taking her toys and dropping them. I'm like, really? How do you do that? You know, I'm telling her that wasn't nice. Now you down and you stay there a minute. And her mom is like, oh, it's okay, you have these toys. Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah, she just wants to be her kids' friends. Yeah. Glad she's not a human mom. So, children and dogs are a hard mix. Teach your children, if they're running and the dog starts to jump, I mean, you're having this issue. Teach your children to stop. Ask the dog to sit. Okay? Children are going to run. Dogs are going to chase them. They're going to get excited. They're going to jump. So teach your children to stop when that starts and ask the dog to sit or down. We teach something just for fun in class called a moving down. We're walking real fast and we go ready, 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 and down. And the dogs hit the ground really, really fast. If your dog knows how to down and you can slowly work that into a moving down where you're walking and you tell them down, and to teach it, easy peasy, just get that cookie out, and as you're moving, ready, 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 down. Put the cookie down on the ground. Don't let go of it till your dog's elbows are completely down and they're down. Then let them have the cookie. Yes, good job, and then move again. When the dogs start jumping, if the child is old enough, have them say down, and it becomes a game. And the dog will be able to do that instead of jump. Dogs are going to feed off a kid's energy. I can't fix that. I can't make that go away. But you can teach your child to give the dog other commands when they first start to jump. Off, sit. Yes, good job. Off, down. Yes, good job. Or confront, or do other things. Confront just means come around and sit here and look at me.
It was my question. Okay. I always want to intervene because it's a 8-year-old and a 10-year-old that he interacts the most with, and they love him when he's being calm, but when he's excited, he will jump and he doesn't quite nip their face, but he like bites at the air in front of their face. And so it's startling to them. They know he's not gonna hurt them because he's very careful with them.
Yes.
Very good in general.
Yeah.
Gentle, but he does that and it's like this flying leap. And he gets so much reward for it because even when they turn, he can jump high enough that he can reach around and still get near their face, no matter what they do.
Yes.
Because they're short enough.
So the 10-year-old should be trustworthy with a vinegar bottle.
Yeah. Okay.
The 10-year-old should be able to have a responsibility of not squirting the dog for no reason whatsoever.
Okay.
If you train the 10-year-old to be responsible with the vinegar bottle. And when the dog comes at them, turn, squirt, off, sit, yes, good boy, now let's play ball. The dog is just wanting to play. Play with a toy, not with a person.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? So get the dog's attention off the body of the child and onto an object of a toy. Teach the boys, I'm assuming boys. Boys?
No, girls.
Girls, okay. Teach the girls to throw a ball or a toy, a stick or whatever. Get their attention off the bodies of the girls onto an object of a toy. Redirect. Sometimes behavior just needs to be redirected to something else. We're not going to change dogs. Dogs are dogs. Dogs will chew, dogs will bark, dogs will bite. We have to redirect that. How are they biting? If they're biting in an aggressive way, that's a whole nother story. Don't get me wrong, that's a whole nother story. But when dogs play with each other, how do they play? They bite. They don't see anything wrong with that. That is why it is so terribly important to never, ever, ever get a puppy before they're 8 weeks old. It is illegal in the state of Pennsylvania to sell a puppy before they're 8 weeks old, and there's a lot of people that don't know that, and there's a lot of people that make puppies that I wouldn't give the word breeder to. They make puppies, and when those puppies get to be about 6 weeks old, they are a pain in the tush, right, Melanie? They are a pain, they are a lot of work. And those people who are not committed say, I'm done, I'm selling them, and I'm getting them out the door. Well, you know what? Whoever gets those puppies are in big trouble because the developmental stages between 6, 7, and 8 weeks that happen in a litter is when those puppies learn that biting hurts. And if they don't stay with their litter mates and learn that, you have your hands full. Because you have a puppy that has no bite inhibition whatsoever. They just want to chew and bite on you. They don't know it hurts because they've never been bitten.
And also a single.
Yes, and singletons. Singletons, puppies that are just one in a litter, they don't know that either. I had a person call me the other day for a class coming up, and she is getting a singleton. I want to go find this woman. I can't wait to meet her and hug her. Because you know what she did? She went to the person's house who had the puppy and took the puppy and got it with other puppies periodically. And once it was old enough to leave the mom for a little bit, put it in a litter of 11 other puppies and let it play. So this puppy got that training outside of itself. The person who bred that puppy wasn't going to do that. But this person did their research on singletons and went ahead and got that puppy out there and did that. You people that are looking to get new puppies, socialization is one of the most important things that you can do. And that doesn't mean getting your puppy to play with another dog. It does mean that, but it's so much more than that. It's getting your puppy out and about in the world, taking them places, exposing them to as much as you can expose them to. Good breeders expose those litters to as much stuff as they can before they're 8 weeks old and even leave that house. But it takes lots and lots of hours. Not everybody does that. So when you get that puppy, it's up to you. There's places that let you take PetSmart, Petco, Tractor Supply. I will tell you this, when your puppy's really tiny, don't put them on the floor, let them walk in there and just carry them. Just carry them when they're that little. But get them out and about. Walk them through those doors that go, let them see that. Let them see what a grocery cart is like. Let them see Let them see people, let them see moving things, let them get them exposed to those types of things.
Riding in a car.
Riding in a car, yeah. These guys get Ella and Cicely are car sick puppies. It's a nightmare to socialize a puppy that gets car sick. It is so hard to take them places when you know they're gonna throw up. But car sickness has a lot to do with teething. And once the teething goes away, the car sickness will go away. The problem is the dog now relates the car to getting sick. I go to put her in the car, she goes to the back to the end of her leash and sits there and goes, oh my goodness. Yesterday was the first day she jumped in the car on her own, and then I drove her clear to Conneautville. And this morning she was like, she wouldn't even come out of the house. When I put a collar on her, she's like, not going. So once that happens, then you have to desensitize. The best thing to do if you have a puppy that gets car sick is talk to your vet, find out the right dosage for your puppy. You can give them Dramamine. Give them Dramamine every single time for 6 months. Don't stop. Every single time so they don't get sick and then they don't relate it to the car.
But used to just do ginger.
Oh, I did that too.
Yeah.
I did ginger cookies. I did it all with Ella and it didn't help me. But sometimes it does. You can try those things. Rescue Remedy. But Rescue Remedy, some vets will tell you to use Benadryl because it makes them tired, but that doesn't take the motion sickness away. The Dramamine will take the motion sickness away, but they'll still sometimes get drooly on you, but it at least pretty much helps them from actually throwing up. So it's a hard thing if you have a puppy that gets car sick, but you have to work through it. And the only way to get them to stop is to keep putting them in the car. And then you take them for little rides. Take them to the end of the driveway. Turn around and bring them back. Yes, good job, you didn't get sick. Oh, I didn't get sick. Okay, I can do this. Then take them to the end of the driveway and just a little bit further and then bring them back. It's work. Puppies are work. It's just how it is.
You're talking about jumping with toddlers.
Uh-huh.
Toddlers always smell like food.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
You
are absolutely right.
Dogs will jump on little kids. Yeah, they always smell like food because you don't want to change your clothes 10 times.
Right. And they are. They're like little Pez dispensers. They drop food wherever they go. They do. So leave it is a command that you can work. Cicely, are you permitted to do that?
Yep.
Unless you asked her to do that, she needs to get off.
The other end of the leash.
Yeah. Cicely.
Is in control.
Uh-huh. Okay. Barking and whining. Whines when excited and upset. Ignoring doesn't work. Ignoring doesn't always work. Sometimes ignoring is a good thing to do because you're not reinforcing it. Again, barking, whining, those types of things, either give them something else to do. What do you whine on cue? Give them a hush, give them a squirt, give them something better to do. Why are they barking?
Well, the barking is, there's a noise, like the neighbors just come home and the car door slams.
No.
And so there's barking, there might be somebody in our driveway.
No.
Or there's
Okay.
something outside and it's just, and I know that it's.
No.
Like she just alerted Sue that there's something that she sees the other dogs out there. So it's like, oh, I see them, good job, now look back at me. Okay? There's a look at me game that we play. It sounds like this. He knows the look at that. So, there's dogs out there. They're just puppies. Yes, I see them. Now look back at me and let's go do something else. Okay. Again, redirect.
But the whining.
And a leave it is a good thing. Cicely,
What are we saying now? What do you want me to say now?
come. Cicely, come. Come. Good girl. Now sit. Sit. Do you see puppies out there?
Because I get a better view
Or do you see
now.
puppies out there? Yeah. Yeah.
The whining.
Hush. Sit. You cannot go out there and play with them. She says there's all kinds of puppies and I would like to play. So it's look at that, look back up at me, do something else. I can't do anything else with her right now. I'm stuck in this room with her.
The whining is a little different than what Cicely's doing. This is near constant and we're in the car and oh my gosh, we might be going somewhere fun. I'm not sure what we're doing, so I'm just gonna whine the entire car ride.
Okay. Cars are hard because you can't, it's
Yeah,
kind of
I
like,
can't spray, I
you,
can't.
it's like, yeah, it's kind of like your kids fighting in the back seat.
Yeah.
My daughter uses a fly swatter. Just saying. I'm like, Nikki Lynch. She goes, Mom, it works.
I would like that.
Protective of my grandkids, but I probably would have used a fly swatter on her if I would have thought of it. Okay, sit. So, yeah, in the car is harder. Do you crate or
I could.
Do you crate in the car?
It's a pretty small car.
Okay.
So.
All right, so again, how do you fix something that's hard to fix that you have no control over? You don't know what you're going to encounter. So maybe a bone stuffed with something and let them lay on this seat. No, over the top, excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
He won't touch anything.
Hush.
Maybe I'm gonna crash in the car all day.
Yeah.
For a few days.
Yeah, well,
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 not all day,
yeah.
but for extended periods and
But she doesn't have a car that you can
Yeah,
really
she
put a
doesn't.
crate in.
Yeah, it's
And
a tiny
it's-
little blue thing out
Yeah,
there.
what if you
Yeah.
use a seatbelt
Sit.
on? Like
And you
mine
can-
has the harness
yeah.
with the seatbelt.
You
and
can,
everything.
but it's what they encounter as off. Now enough. Down.
I love that smile.
Cicely, down.
She's like, isn't this the problem dog one?
Yes, this is the, down. I did, but more than 2 seconds. Cicely, down. Down. Wait. Well, you didn't say that. Leave it. Look, zoom. Cicely, zoom. Aha, that's a sit, but you looked. All right, so there are some things that are just really difficult to fix, and that is one of them because you have no idea what you're going to drive past that's going to make them bark.
Well, barking isn't an issue in the car.
Oh, I thought you said it was.
No, whining.
Whining.
And it's constant is the thing too.
All right.
It's like the entire time.
That's
where
why my
it
dog
can be-
gets too.
it
So-
can be a 30-minute car ride.
Do they whine any other time? Do they whine at home any other time where you can
Yes.
teach them the hush command?
Yes.
Okay, so do they know the hush command?
Yeah, well, it
it.
hasn't been
No.
successful yet. I've
All
been
right.
using the command, but I haven't had a good way to reinforce it. I tried as soon as they're quiet, giving them a treat, but I haven't had a good way to reinforce it.
So work the hush command. Once they understand it, leave it. You are being a brat. Once they understand it, go ahead and use it in the car. And so you're taking a training trip and somebody rides with you. Your 10-year-old rides with you with the squirt bottle in the front seat and turns around and hush, and we don't, and we can squirt them. He or she is not driving, you are.
Right.
Okay? So that you
don't want the
can do
10-year-old to
that.
drive. Okay, I'll
No,
write
you
that
don't want the 10-year-old to drive, but the 10-year-old is responsible enough to leave it. Enough to use that. All right, walking.
But she had a
Cicely?
question about whining too.
Cicely, well, whining, did it work? Anybody else had a question about whining?
Oh, yeah, wine's in the car. I mean, I let mine ride on my lap, she looks out the window, but she whines.
Leave it.
She whines.
I will tell
And
you,
she jumps back and forth and she's whining.
just so you know, that's illegal.
I know.
You do know?
Stop.
Okay. Yeah, that's illegal.
A lot of times I'll stop along the road and put her in a crate. But I like her to look out the window.
Right, there is a law that says our dogs must be, that they are not allowed in the front seat. They must be in the back and they must be confined, whether by a barrier, a seatbelt, or a crate. That is a law in Pennsylvania. Just so you know that. Now, I had a student pulled over on her way home from class because the police officer thought she had an unrestrained person in her front seat. The unrestrained person was her Newfoundland. He was so embarrassed that he let her go. Had he been thinking, stop it, he would have ticketed her for having that dog up front. So,
Was that Amy?
so that you know, Cicely, hush, now enough. So that you know that is not, that you can get ticketed for that. Again, work the hush command at home. so that they learn it. You can't expect them to do it in the car if they don't know how to do it at home. So that they learn it, and then tell her hush and see if that works. I'm curious as to why they whine in the car.
Stress.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
She even whines when I put her in a crate. And I put
Okay.
treats in there and stuff too, she'll whine.
Okay, but during the day, she's not crated.
No.
You said you give her that ball and let her play.
Yeah, I have her in
Yeah.
a room,
So-
like a mud room. Yeah.
So I would start with that at home then. I would put her in the crate. When you're home, stop. I would put her, and I drop a treat. I would put her in the crate, and I would go about my business for 10 minutes. If she whines, I would work on the hush command. When she's quiet, she comes out of that crate. Set the timer for 10 minutes. She's going to be in that crate for 10 minutes. And you slowly work until she can go in her crate and lie down and be quiet. And for longer periods of time. Leave it. And just slowly work it. Work it at home when you're home, so it's little short periods. And then you can take her and put her in the crate in a car, and she knows the hush command. And she can be quiet. Yeah, if they're whining in the car's stressing them. If they learn to ride in their crate, plastic crates especially, give them more security in a car.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, plastic crates will give them more security in a car. The whining should go away.
But there are times like at the end of the day, like if we're going somewhere, even 5-10 minutes away to visit somebody, she'll whine. But say we're there 2 or 3 hours, she's fine on the way home. She's tired.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say.
Yeah, she's tired, or it's dark too, and dark is different
Yeah.
than daylight. So a car's a hard thing. A car's a hard thing for a dog to understand. How come the air is moving and the trees are moving and I don't think I'm moving?
And sometimes they're in one of the bad places, like the back,
Exactly.
the kennels or something.
Right, right. So that should help that, but they have to know how to do it at home. Barking and whining even in the middle of the night. Are you serious? Who does that?
The next few are mine.
Okay. All right, again, that's a hush. That's a hush. I need to sleep. You need to hush.
She hears noises, even during the day, and I'll look and she'll go up to the window and look out, there's nothing there. And that's at nighttime too. And I have animals. I mean, they hear stuff that we don't.
Right,
You
right.
know, and she'll go, she barks and barks and barks, and I'll let her outside. And that's a good way to let her out to go pee and stuff too, you know, but it's every night.
Again, teach the hush. I like my dogs to alert. I like my dogs to alert me that there's something there, that there's dogs out there. I get it, but you alerted me. I saw it, now it's enough. Thank you, I see them, now enough. Hush, go back to sleep.
Because if they bark at a car door slamming, and I know you live more in the city, I want to know about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't live.
So it's
yeah,
a thank you, I hear it, now enough, or go to your mat, and I will take care of it. I want them to alert me. I can't hear anybody pulling in my driveway. You could be standing in the middle of my house before I know you're there. Exactly. So I like that you alert me if you've heard something, but an alert. Bark, oh, thank you, now be quiet. I get it. I don't need you to keep doing it. So now hush, I can take care of it now. You've done your job, go to your mat and hush.
Okay, like I'm watching TV at night, she hears something. I mean, I don't hear it.
Okay,
She runs to the door and she whines and she comes back in the living room, she's squealing and she's whining and running back and forth, so she can go out. Do I let her go out?
it depends on if you want to.
I usually do because that gives her a chance to go to the bathroom because she
If you
has
want to,
accidents.
then you do it. If you don't want to, then I would say, I see it, leave it alone, it's enough, go to your mat, lie down.
Sometimes letting her out like that though is rewarding that noise.
Right.
I know. That's true. I know.
Right, so if you don't want to do it, don't let them be in charge.
Yeah, I know.
Don't let them, it is
Yeah.
tough, don't let them be in charge. So does she know down?
Yeah, she knows that.
Down. We're not doing it right now, hush. when this show is over, I will let you out to go.
That could go on for 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, well, hush.
Until I,
Right. But now you have, down and hush. She gets up,
Put her-
down. Yes, good down, have some cookies.
Put her in her crate when she's doing that.
And
I
give her a
have a
down.
crate, I don't like crates. There.
Leave it.
That's your problem, not the dog.
I know.
Crates are wonderful
I know,
things.
but do I do that when they're bad?
You never want to
You're
take,
not really
leave it.
supposed to.
You never want to use a crate, stop, as punishment. So you don't want to grab a hold of your dog and drag them up and throw them in their crate. However, there's nothing wrong with giving them a timeout. Kennel. Now lie down. Don't look. Don't look out the window.
Same thing.
Same thing. Yeah, this is a crate, that's a crate, anything's a crate. I wish she had curtains on that window right now. So, kennel. I tell people with puppies, crate training is a wonderful thing. It helps housebreaking. It helps. They're denning animals. Most of them love it. Most of them, if the door is open, you'll find them sleeping in there. It's security, especially plastic crates. And it sounds like she's nervous. It sounds like she's not sure of what she's hearing, and it's got her a little worked up. Sounds like that in the car. Yeah. I'm not sure of the car, so I'm gonna whine. That plastic crate will become her security. It will become her Linus blanket. And she will feel safe and secure in that crate. So there's nothing wrong with saying enough, and if she keeps it up, say, go to your crate.
And give her something good.
And give her something
I
good.
usually put toys or treats in, but I very rarely put her in there.
Start
Sometimes
using
she
it.
drives me crazy, I will.
It's a nice, start using it when you're not to that point. Start using it when you're
I do,
not worked
because
up.
I keep it up all the time.
Yeah.
I'll leave the door open. Sometimes she'll go in,
There,
take
see?
a toy in there or something,
Yeah.
but to stay in there, she won't.
Put her in, shut the door.
Yeah.
Small
yeah.
periods of time
Yeah.
until she gets comfortable with it and she's quiet in there. And then you can put her in there for longer periods of time. There's nothing, and anybody that's thinking about getting a puppy, you would never go to your mailbox and leave a toddler walking around your house. That's what puppies are. If you cannot keep your eyes on that puppy for whatever reason, you're going to the bathroom, you're going upstairs and the puppy's downstairs, you're going outside to the mailbox, you're going to be on the phone for a while, although portables are so helpful nowadays. Put that puppy in the crate. A crate is safety. 2 reasons. Safety so that they don't get into something that could kill them. Safety so they don't get into something that makes you want to kill them. They are beautiful little puppies, and they are sweet and they are cute. They are destructive little beings, and God made them that cute so we don't hang them from the flagpole.
Yep.
Because we've seen them chew through drywall. What do you do with your puppy when you go to work? Oh, I don't want them in a crate, that's so mean. I lock them in my kitchen. Wonderful, you just came home and you have no kitchen left. Because they ate through the drywall, they ate the floorboards, they opened the refrigerator door and ate everything inside of it. You seen that golden that'll go to the refrigerator and bring their person a drink? I don't want my goldens in my refrigerator, they're chow hounds. They'll eat the roast on the way to get the drink. Not teaching that trick. So if you can't have your eyes on them, put them where they're safe. This is where they're safe. They can't get into anything.
Has your dog ever had any kind of ear issues? Because with my electronic fence, it beeps first when they have their collar on. And even today, coming up here, my Beagle, and I had to listen to the commercial the second time, the music had this little high-pitched beep in it. And she was panicked. Because she hears that beep, she knows if she goes any further, she's going to get shot. And I've learned to pick that up with my Beagle and my one Lab. They hear that, and you don't even think about it because it's in a song or something.
Yeah, and they learn that
And they
frequency.
get panicked, like, because they have no control. They don't know how to stop it, or,
Right.
at least when they're in their fence, they can, or in that.
They can back off.
Yeah. But
Why-
I noticed that's a big problem with 2 of mine.
I finally got her a bark collar. I was leery at first because I think that's cool. But there's times it doesn't even go off because she barks. She's a constant barker.
The smaller they are,
Yeah.
the more difficult
It's
they
like the
are.
vet says, you got a Yorkie.
Honest to
Yeah.
be, and that's true. They're harder to housebreak. Little dogs take a long, long time to housebreak. They do. They are mighty little beings in tiny little bodies, and they don't take direction very well. And they're terriers. Terrier is you can look up the definition, and it's terror. They are independent, stubborn, independent, and they don't really give a what for. When you read
that because they pick them up.
and carry them all the
You
time.
can't pick up a 100-pound lab.
Right.
So
Right.
you're not gonna say, oh, well,
But
pick
you
up.
take those terriers and you redirect that behavior, and you have one of the most loyal, wonderful dogs that there ever was. But it's a lot of work.
My one before this, she was a good dog, my other Yorkie, but this one, when I got her, she was very, very, very aggressive and bit something terrible. I took her to obedience class for 6 weeks, but she's still like that.
Yeah, just don't stop working it. Don't stop working it, okay? All right, I got one more question that we're gonna take care of right here. Aggression when people leave.
Yes.
Is that you?
Yeah, not my dog, but I take care of another dog.
The one that you
for-
walk? Okay.
And when you go to her house, and if you stay there too long, actually, he'll come up and he'll bark, it's time for you to leave.
Time's up.
And then when you do go to leave, it's
Oh my
and then she tries to hold it, and I said, no, wait a minute, let me come back in the house, and we're gonna work through it. And then I finally got her to let me start using the water bottle. But this is a dog that for 11 years has had total control of the situation.
So you're not gonna fix it overnight.
Right.
You're using the vinegar bottle, and I would, so if that were my dog, but we don't know that the handler has these means. If that was my dog, when people were getting ready to leave, I'd send them to the mat. Go to your mat and lie down. Dog can't herd anybody out the door if they're at their mat and lie down, or I put them in their crate.
Well, okay. Crates are mean.
Crates are mean, she
Well,
won't do
it's a
crates.
beagle,
Uh-huh.
it's a dachshund beagle mix, and she got a crate way bigger than that. It actually has a divider for 2. She gave it to me because she goes, I put it together and never used it. So now I have that crate, spent a lot of money on it. And she doesn't really discipline the dog. And I'm trying to actually work with her to get the, her to work with the behavior. So that's what we're working on. I just didn't know.
But that's what I would work. Work the crate, get her to crate the dog when somebody's leaving, or go
He
to
has
or
a
send to
chair.
the mat. Okay, then send to the chair. And he's not allowed off that chair as people are leaving. When you get a dog that's 11 years old and has been allowed to
And he
do,
goes ballistic.
and there are certain things you can't fix.
That's what
There
I
are
was
certain
saying.
things that you can't fix, and it becomes a management issue, not a fixed thing.
But he only does it at her house. 'Cause
It's
he
his
comes to
territory.
Okay. 'Cause
It's
he
his
comes
territory.
to my place and it's not the way it is.
He owns that home because she has allowed
yeah,
him
he
to own that
does.
home. He owns that home. And you're there and he wants you to leave, and you will leave when he says so. And
That's
she
fine.
has allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
so-
Like I said, I know that's 50% of any kind of training is the owner.
Yeah.
And we're working on her.
Yeah.
Because I told her, I said, okay, first squirt's gonna be for him and the second squirt's gonna be
Yeah.
for you.
And that's true. Is that hard
Yeah.
to train the person or the dog?
Oh, it's hard.
It's very hard. It is really hard to, yeah, it is. And there's lots of things. The little dogs can become super big tyrants because they're little and they're cute and people just pick them up. They pick them up and hold them, and the dog never has to learn control, never has to learn self-control, because you can hold them. It can be yipping and trying to bite somebody, but if you're holding them, they can't. Well, that's a management thing. They're managing it. They're not helping the problem whatsoever. So,
Yeah, and we have a breed that doesn't get a good rep, so
exactly,
I want to make sure that
Right.
she's well trained,
right.
especially in our neighborhood with
Right.
other dogs.
Yeah, just keep working it, and we'll keep working things, okay. All right, so for time restrictions, we need to call this at a close. I hope that you've learned some helpful things. My cards are here. Everybody take one. If you have problems, give me a call. You can call me, you can email me, you can contact me, however, and I will try to help you out. I do have a training school. We work out of Station 2 Fire Hall. I teach on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's the days that they allow me to rent the fire hall over here on 18. I have classes from puppy to advanced, and we have some fun classes of games and rally. So those of you that are looking for new puppies, let me know when you get them. I can work you into a class. Our classes run for 6 weeks. Our class sessions run for 6 weeks. If we can't work those types of things out, I do private lessons, and I will come to your house and help you, or I will meet you somewhere. Sue lets us come here to the Bart Park. Sometimes issues need to be worked off-site. Other times I need to see behaviors that are happening within your home to be able to know how to best help you. I don't have all the answers. I don't, but I have some. And I will work really hard to help you figure it out if I can. If I can't figure it out, I will try to find somebody that can help you. So consistency is your best tool. Whatever you come up with, be consistent. Just be consistent, okay? Well, thank you all for coming out on this cold, blustery day. Yes, and if you've filled out your forms on things that you would like to have, please leave them here. If you walk out the door with one of my pink pens, people in black uniforms will scale out of the ceiling and get you. I passed them out. Only because I just bought them yesterday. I love them. They come from Staples, but they're like $10 for the pack. So I'm protective of them. But you can get them at Staples if you like them. It took me a long time to shell out $10 to buy pens, but I'm so in love with them. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I was helpful for you. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Woo.